22 years of playing the guitar has now turned into 10 years of running a very successful online guitar school. I think you're really going to enjoy the background story, the origin story of Jack Haddad from JH Guitar School. Jack, welcome back to YYE.
Thank you.
I always like to do these origin stories, right? And almost especially with people who are somewhat new to the community and new to the country, right? So, but before we get into that, I wanted to get a little bit more background on your kind of music and your guitar experience. So why don't you tell us a little bit about your background?
Again, thank you for having me, Jamie. This is a great show you're doing for the whole community. So yeah, I've been playing for 22 years, and really I've done practically everything you could think of in terms of music. I played on the big stage, I played on small stages, played with hundreds and hundreds of musicians from around the world. I traveled a lot for music, and back in 2016 I opened my first music school, guitar school basically. We were specialized in teaching acoustic, classical and electric guitar. It was kind of my brainchild, you know. I wanted to do this for a long time. I had this vision of how teaching guitar should be, because in my opinion right now it's not being taught the right way. So that was it. I opened my first school in Lebanon because this is where I used to live. And just a little bit before the pandemic, we switched online, and then the pandemic really helped this soar. So it was kind of a blessing in disguise, because at first we were not really sure what to do, and then, you know, the online thing just hit off.
What caused you, 22 years ago, what caused you to pick up the guitar? There's lots of instruments.
Yeah.
Why guitar?
Maybe because, girls are drawn to that.
Okay,
that's how
enough.
Everybody starts.
Sure.
Yeah, believe it or not, they want to impress someone.
Sure.
And whether, they want to impress their crush or their friends or their family, and that's how it starts, actually, for most people, even if they don't say it. and later on, of course, it might develop into something more passionate and more deeply rooted. Some people, for them, music is a way to express themselves or to escape whatever they're going through. So yeah.
Was there an influence there, like when you were young, like maybe a band or a guitar player in a band that you kind of looked up to, and you're like, I want to be like that?
Yeah, sure. But that was after I started. So I started out because all my siblings were doing that before me. Some were playing piano, some were doing, but nobody like really did it professionally. They all stopped. I was the only one. But yeah, when I was like 14 or something, I remember my friends and I, and then we formed a band. We used to watch those Metallica videos day and night,
Okay.
Their concerts from the 90s, especially the big ones in Russia and all of that. These were really big. So when I was growing up, we used to watch Nirvana, Metallica, Scorpions, all these, metal and classic rock bands. That was amazing. So we just wanted to be like them. Exactly like them.
Okay.
So
Very cool.
That's how it starts.
Very cool. Black Album was a big part of my childhood as well, so I'm familiar with Metallica for sure. Last question that I have for you is, it's one thing to be good at something, right? To be a good guitar player. It's another. I used to be a teacher. It's another thing to be good at something and to be able to teach somebody else how to do it. How did you know that would work out, right? So like take your skills that you had personally, but be able to help people develop them themselves.
Do you want the whole story? So the whole story was like, they called me to replace someone at this local music school, and I never taught guitar before, so I didn't really know what I was doing. But I love to help people, and obviously I like talking to people a lot. I like sharing my ideas with people. So that's how it started. I crushed the gig. It was amazing that the school asked me if I could teach full time. So that's how it started. And then I fell in love with it. And then I got some training on teaching. So getting some training to become a guitar player is something, but then to teach is something else, like I said. And that's how it started. And So I've developed my teaching strategies as well as my guitar abilities. So, and I'm here.
Very good, very good. Well, Jack, wonderful story, and I really appreciate you sharing again. And thank you for your time, and I look forward to seeing you around the neighborhood.
Me too. Thank you for having me, and great community, like I said. Thank you, Jamie, for doing that.
Yeah, absolutely.